Hey everyone, welcome back to iNeuronix.ai. Today we are starting something really special, a brand new series on generative AI. In this series, we'll go from absolute basics to advanced concepts, covering everything step by step. By the end, you'll not just understand generative AI, you'll be able to use it, build with it, and even innovate with it. But before all that, let's begin with the foundation. What exactly is generative AI? Why is it such a big deal? And most importantly, how you can use it in real life. So let's get started. Before we deep dive, let me quickly share how this generative AI series on iNeuronix.ai is structured. First, we'll follow a stepwise learning path, starting from the basics, building a solid foundation, and then moving towards advanced concepts and real world applications. Second, the focus will be on practical, hands on education. This means not just theory but real examples, projects, and demos that will help you to actively practice and build confidence. And the third, the goal is to empower you to create with AI. By the end of this series, you won't just understand generative AI, you will be able to apply it, innovate with it, and even build your AI powered solution. So think of this as your structured roadmap to mastering generative AI from basics to real world innovation. So now let's start with what is generative AI. Generative AI is a branch of artificial intelligence that can create new content, whether that is text, images, videos, audio, or even 3D objects. Unlike traditional AI that just analyzes or classifies data, generative AI goes a step further. It learns patterns from massive data sets in the textual format and then generates something new that has never existed before. For example, as you can see on the slide, you're writing a prompt, a panda riding a bicycle in New York. Generative AI can create an image for you. You say, write me a song in the style of Taylor Swift or whatever famous singer you have. Generative AI can compose lyrics plus music for you. You type build a Python code for a calculator app or whatever use case you are solving in your real life, in your daily life, we can say. Generative AI can write the code instantly for you or whatever task you are giving to generative AI. So in short, generative AI is equals to AI that doesn't just predict, it creates. Now let's understand how generative AI is different from traditional AI. As you can see on this particular table, traditional AI mainly predicts outcome, while generative AI goes a step further and creates a brand new content in the textual format. Traditional AI is used to classify, whereas generative AI can design innovative solutions beyond just classifications. It can be a use case to build a chatbot, it can be a use case to build an image classification, image generation tool, it can be anything. And while traditional AI recommends based on the patterns, generative AI actually innovates beyond existing data, producing something original and creative. That's the real power of generative AI. It doesn't just analyze, it imagines and creates. Generative AI is everywhere around us already. Let me give you some concrete examples. If I talk about a use case related to text generation, we have ChatGPT by OpenAI, Gemini by Google, Claude by Anthropic, different types of open source as well as closed source models we have present on the platforms like Hugging Face, Together AI, and many more platforms are there. We have Llama models by Meta AI, Mistral, DeepSeek. All these models can generate human-like text, answer questions, write code, and much more. If I talk about use case related to image generation, we have DALL-E 3 model by OpenAI, Stable Diffusion model by Stability AI, which is freely available on Hugging Face, which is an open source model. And currently, we also have something called as Nano Banana by Gemini, which will be able to generate stunning images from text prompts. Companies are even training their own custom diffusion models for advertising, product design, and art. If I talk about video generation models, as you can see over here on the slide, we have Runway, Gen 2, Pika Labs, stable video diffusion models, Luma AI, and we also have something called as Sora by OpenAI VO3 model, which will be able to generate short films, ads, and animation from just a description. So if I talk about a VO3 model by Google, it will be able to generate a short film of around 8 seconds. If you want to generate a long video, you'll not be able to do with VO3 currently. So the best practice is you'll generate multiple videos of 8 seconds. You maintain a continuity in your generation, then you can combine all of them using any of the tools. It can be Adobe Photoshop, Canva, uh, to make a long movie out of it. So if I talk about a use case related to audio and voice, we have 11 Labs, OpenAI Voice Engine, Meta's, AudioCraft, They can clone voices, generate audiobooks, or create background music. If I talk about 3D and gaming, NVIDIA's Get 3D, we have Point E by OpenAI, Meshi. They can generate 3D models for gaming, AR, VR as well. If I talk about productivity and design, we have things like Adobe Firefly, Canva, Magic Studio. Uh, Here, AI is there that helps designers generate posters, banners, and creatives in seconds. These are just few names. Every month, new models and startups are entering in this space. Okay, enough theory. Let's actually see generative AI in action. Here I have a ChatGPT open, one of the most popular generative AI tool in the world. Let's give it a real world task. Suppose I'm running a startup and I want to write a marketing email for my new product. I'll just type write a professional marketing email. Write a professional marketing email for a new AI based photo editing app. Wait for an output to generate. And within seconds, ChatGPT has created a complete polished email that I could actually send to my customers. Insane. That is a real life use case of generative AI. Based on my text prompt, it is generating the new content. That is generative AI. I can directly consume this particular email. I can change the name and send it to my customers. So now let's try something different. So now I'm saying explain quantum computing in simple words like I am 10 years old. See that generative AI adapts instantly to the context, whether it is business writing, coding, or even education. This is a real power of generative AI. It saves time, boosts creativity, and give us superpowers to create faster than ever before. Now we will see why generative AI is so important. Let's get back to the slide. Generative AI is not just a hype. Generative AI is shaping the future of work. Companies are hiring for roles like AI product managers, prompt engineers, AI trainers, and applied scientists. Two things matter the most in this field. The one is creativity, the second one is absorption rate. Now, you have a question, what is creativity? Because the tools are available to everyone, but only those who can use them creatively will truly stand out. That's why we have creativity over here. The second one is absorption rate, as I said. The faster you adopt to a new AI tools and use cases, the faster you'll stay ahead of the curve. Think of it this way, 20 years ago, people who adopted the internet quickly become leaders. Today, the same is happening with generative AI. Now let's position generative AI inside the world of AI. So as you can see, we have this particular circle. Consider this as an AI. Inside AI, we have ML, which is nothing but machine learning. Inside machine learning, we have DL, which is deep learning. Inside deep learning, we have generative AI, or called as Gen AI. So if I talk about artificial intelligence, the broadest field, the machines that mimics the human intelligence. If I talk about machine learning, it is a subset of AI systems that learn from data. If I talk about deep learning, a subset of ML powered by neural networks that handle complex tasks like vision and language. And generative AI comes under deep learning, or we can say generative AI is a subset of deep learning focused on creating new data set, which can be in the form of image, audio, text, video, etc. So generative AI is not a separate thing outside AI, it is deeply rooted inside deep learning. At a technical level, most generative AI applications are powered by neural networks. Some of the most common architectures are transformers, diffusion models, generative adversarial networks, variational autoencoders, and many modes are there. You can see the slide. In transformers, we have GPT, Llama, Gemini for generating the text. In diffusion, we have stable diffusion, image gen for working with images. Generative adversarial network is used for images and videos, and variational autoencoders are used in research and creative design. Don't worry if this sounds too technical. In our upcoming videos, we'll break each one down with diagrams, examples, and hands-on demo. So to wrap up, generative AI is not just about funny images or writing essays. It is a new era of creativity, productivity, and innovation. From startups to big tech, everyone is betting on generative AI, and if you learn it now, you will be the part of the next big wave in technology. That's why here on iNeuronix.ai, we are starting a complete generative AI learning series from scratch to advanced. We will cover what generative AI is, how it works. We'll also be delivering multiple hands-on demos, real-world use cases with respect to generative AI, with which you can build your own AI application. You can even deploy your generative AI projects in production with proper monitoring. Entire MLOps part will also cover in this particular series. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe and hit the bell icon because trust me, you don't want to miss this journey. I'm super excited to take you from basics to mastery in generative AI. This is iNeuronix.ai, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay curious, stay creative, and keep building the future.